The dads are back with pumpkin in their beer. With notes from listeners they definitely hold dear. Breaking the bank with a skin from Fortnite. And will a kid save for a PlayStation? He just might. Welcome to New Dad Gaming.
Adult beverages are poured. The kids are asleep. Welcome to New Dad Gaming. It's a show about fatherhood, gaming, and new fathers figuring out their gaming lives.
My name is Trevor, and I have a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old.
And I'm Jeff. I have a 15-year-old and a 12-year-old.
Each week we try to show that just because you became a dad
Does not mean it's game over.
Welcome, everybody. So great to be back. Do not know if you are all participating in our Pumpkin Fest as we roll through October, the fall season. We missed a week.
Join us.
Yes. Which means our pumpkin season has been extended. Because I think I have 3, if not 4 left. I still have to drink, so I got like 4 more weeks of pumpkin to go myself. Like, I don't know how many you have left at this point, or if you're going weekly.
I have 2. I have 2 left, and I thought that was going to be it. Like,
so if it's 4, you don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to follow with me. That's fine.
Okay, all right, that's your choice. I got it.
Yeah, it's my challenge. It's my cross to bear. I'll certainly do that. But a couple more this week. I thankfully had a good one. I was pretty happy about this. And again, gaming dads, if you have any recommendations you want to send our way, reach out to us at New Dad Gaming, newdadgaming.com. But this has been the can was a bit of a letdown because on the website it's listed as Pumpkin Pie PA.
Fun dad joke.
Dad joke in a can, but then you just look at the can, it's like Pumpkin Spice IPA. I'm like, that's a lot. That's not as much fun. But this is great. What this beer is you go to a brewery and you get like a flight.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, well, we got some of our basics, and then we got something a bit kind of darker, and then we have some like fun type seasonal stuff.
Yeah.
And then you get to the seasonal stuff, you're like, oh, that's pretty good. Like, what is that? What is that?
I would like to know more.
Yeah. So that's what, like, the pumpkin here is very much, the pumpkin spice here in this case is very much a suggestion in the beer. Like, it's a very solid beer. You're like, oh, this is pretty good. Kind of like more of an ale type of thing. Okay. More than an IPA, I would call it. And then the pumpkin just kind of like comes underneath. It's almost like it would take you a few sips to realize it's pumpkin.
Okay.
So they did not just smash like pie into an already finished beer. It's sort of like it's subtle and it's nice, and accordingly it's actually quite good. Now, like, would I buy like a 6-pack of this? Probably not.
Yeah.
But if it was part of a flight or something like that, it's like, this is nice. Like I enjoy this. Like, I'm happy I've had this. So it's what I would call the first winner I've had myself from our adventure in pumpkins this time around.
I will note that.
If somehow you get dragged into one more week of it, you can just go with this one because it's like a safe choice.
That's right. Yeah.
Now you yourself, I'm not certain you had the same type of luck.
Yeah, no, you know how yours is more like, there's a essence of pumpkin here. What if you filled a pumpkin and drank out of it and poured some espresso in it? That's what this one is. It's Pumpkin Spice Latte Ale, and it's by Hyde Park Brewery in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. It is a glorious 6%. Everything's strong. I don't know.
Why is it?
I don't know. Burn the taste buds.
It's just
something.
So mine is too, and it's just like, it's almost like they don't have the confidence in their convictions, where it's like, we have made this beer with this flavor, enjoy it. It's like, listen, this sucks. We know this sucks. We have to do it. Okay, it's our marketing department. We're gonna at least get you drunk.
Right?
Okay,
yeah.
It's a deal with the devil. You're gonna get some pumpkin, but you're gonna not care.
No.
But this one didn't hit for you.
Not really. It's, again, if you really like pumpkin, give it a shot. It's a mix of the pumpkin and espresso that I just don't think really works in a beer. So
enjoyable beer, if you will.
Yeah, I'm like trying to. It's very confusing to drink, and there's a lot of it, and I'm not sure that I will.
Confusing.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I'm not sure what to think. So it is kind of a miss for me. So I might take you up on your offer and get one that like, hey, we need a win under the pumpkin spice belt, so to speak, and try and get one in there. But this one is not so much. Again, if you really like pumpkin and coffee, for sure, go for it. Figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not the best.
So what I'm curious about is one of the ones I have coming up does do the similar type of thing. It's coffee and there's like and pumpkin.
Okay.
So they're in that same mix. So I'm going to now be kind of curious. I was actually more hopeful for that one because I was like, because you're adding enough things that perhaps they'll all balance out into something delicious.
I almost want you to buy this one and try your other one and see which one of the coffee espresso ones.
I'm not. Bless your heart. I'm not extending this week longer.
Okay. All right. Fine.
Once again, Gaming Dads, if you have a pumpkin beer that you're actually very fond of and would want us to try out, we do our darndest to find it. Reach out to us at New Dad Gaming, newdadgaming.com. Now, this week or previous we'd received a letter for somebody who had done just that and reached out. Just an absolutely fabulous letter. I cannot, Jeff and I, whenever we receive an email, just become absolutely humbled and flabbergasted and just adore it. Like, because to record a show and have people actually listen and take time to reach to us is great. But this one in particular, like, it was so well done, we wanted to read it on the show. And I hope that will be fine. So it comes from Matt. So coming from Gaming Dad Matt. Hi, Jeff and Trevor. My name is Matt, and I have a 7-year-old and a 1-year-old. I've been listening to the pod for about 3 years, starting back when my son caught me playing computer games, so I introduced him to my SNES world. We never looked back as a father-son gaming duo, and New Dad Gaming has always been there as a sounding board and inspiration for thinking about new games, how to handle parenting as a gamer amidst school/behavior problems, etc. I wanted to reach out a few times, but parenting adulthood gets in the way. Yeah, imagine. He says, imagine that. We 100% agree with that. Here I am listening to the Pumpkin Beer Regret episode and finally writing you. So many things I could say, but here's a few main points based on recent pod convo topics. Number 1, pumpkin beer can rock. That's why I was especially excited for this one. Number 2, Hollow Knight and Silksong are like my ex. And 3, Roblox sucks. Bonus, Co-op Hades. Number 1, pumpkin beer can rock. I recently did a deep dive on pumpkin beer, the winner according to both the internet and my taste buds was Schlafly, SCHLAFLY, pumpkin ale.
Oh.
Schlafly pumpkin ale. Run-up was Dogfish Head Pumpkin Ale. I highly recommend both, and yes, they are lower than 10% ABV, but not by much. We'll try to check those out for a future episode. Number 2, Hollow Knight Silksong are like my first serious high school girlfriend, beautiful and cruel. I finished the normal ending in Hollow Knight last year, and I couldn't bring myself to do the extra endings for the time. I got Silksong right when it dropped, and I have put about 50 hours into it, which is way more than I put into most games. I have to say that it unfortunately is even harder than Hollow Knight. It really is a love-hate relationship, and I'm not sure if I'll replay it. For dads, I'd recommend the mods that make all attacks hit you for only 1 damage. There are many, many enemies in Silksong that can 2 or 3 shot you, which feels unfair to a dad with limited playtime. 1000% agree.
Yeah.
You're talking to the original modder of Fallout 4, so I'm right there with you, brother. Never beat that game, by the way.
No, okay, I was about to ask. I was like, nah, we'll leave it there.
Never did save that kid.
Okay, all right.
And probably a Compass Always On mod. I'm stuck at the final hidden Act 3 boss. Via using online guides, of course. I'm about to install mods to help me push it over the finish line. It's a great game, but not dad-friendly out of the box. It would really do well with a story mode like 9 Sols, which I'm currently playing. Number 3, Roblox sucks. Need I say more? I think we agree. I don't know what to tell you, man. Yeah. Kids love it. I wish it was better. It's just, I hate that game. It's garbage, man. Like, it's not great. Bonus, Co-op Hades. I played Hades a while ago and loved it, but unfortunately it was too hard for my son to play and lacked co-op. I eventually stumbled into a game that was a touch easier than Hades, but some same basic gameplay and had co-op. Ember Knights. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Have you played that one?
Yeah, no, I've heard of it, and it's been on the wish list for a bit.
Oh, so not this year. You definitely can't.
No, yeah, well, great, thanks. What if it's suggested from a viewer?
Oh, okay, that is a Darn. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk. Oh, this does look cool. Hold on. I'm going to get up some video while we talk. Dates.
Yeah.
No commentary.
It's a neat one. I had it on I think my Steam wish list for a while now. Just to see if the kids
I thought you were going to say
wanted
like you like already had it. And I'm like, it's perfect. You're in.
Oh,
you can do it.
No. Yeah.
Oh, so the Ember Knights. Can't remember if you all covered that on the show or not, but highly recommend it for its parent-child gamer duo trios. It's a few years old, often goes on sale, and it's on all major platforms as far as he knows. Also has at least one DLC. Anyways, that's all for now. Really, really love the show. Whenever you all skip a few weeks between episodes, which is totally understandable, I get worried that you all decide to stop podcasting. My man, it's been 10 years.
Where are you going?
I don't think you get rid of us if you tried. This pod was one of the first sources of my life that gave me permission to bring gaming into my son's life. I loved gaming as a kid, and my dad never really connected with it. Honestly, it's still a source of disconnection. He's blown away that I, as a grown-up, am still playing video games. I credit you two not just as reminding me that it's okay to be a dad who plays video games, but also for encouraging me to foster a great relationship with my son through the art and hobby of gaming. I still remember the feeling of zen, wonder, and exploration my son and I had when we booted up Minecraft for the first time and played together all day on Saturday. Luckily, Mum was busy. And when we first saw the crazy psychedelic worlds of Super Mario Wonder. I'm not sure if I would have taken such an active step in my son's life with gaming if I did not have you as an example. I'll always remember, just because I became a dad does not mean it's game over. Best, Matt from Kentucky. Oh man,
that's so great to hear. Like,
yeah, my heart's just like swelling, man. That's so absolutely amazing. Those, I could think of the moments like the first goal my kid got in Rocket League, the absolute joy and excitement they had when they would build something new in Minecraft.
Yeah,
like they would run across the house and with like giddy glee, like try to bring me in so they could show me. And they never wanted to show me. They wanted me to get into the game and then like walk me through as like a demonstration. Like, here's what I built in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Oh man, like that the time when we won a match as a Fortnite trio all together. Just the two of them like jumping up and like those type of moments can just be so phenomenal. And you get to have that forever. It's like, oh wonderful, a core memory unlocked. Just gonna grab that, put it beside my heart, and just keep that one forever. So to see that similarly from other dads, like besides all the other content, like Matt, this email was absolutely amazing. I don't know if there's any words I can say to thank you for writing this. That was amazing. Thank you so much.
It was so very kind to write into us, and it makes us, so thankful that we're, getting out to people that might have grown up with gaming and looking to connect with their kids with gaming. And I think that's what our generation is looking at too. So I know my parents didn't know about gaming. They didn't know what it was, and they still don't. But it's, it's much about spending that time with, yourself, your kids, your others, and, bonding, like you said. So, no, that's great to hear.
Man, this Ember Knights, geez, this could be phenomenal. See, because what I'm thinking about, like, because we had played, man, what did we play together? We were playing Minecraft Dungeons, and my kids really got deep into that. So they had kind of that loop and, like, RPG type feeling to it. Yeah, if we could do something like this, and it's going to be that kind of co-op jam, and it's a little bit Hades-alike, which is my favorite game.
Right. You're gonna baby step them there. You're like, and over here.
Like I would break and buy it this year. I will probably wait till next, just because like we're now so close. It's almost November.
We see the end. Yes.
So I think this might be one of the very first pickups in the new year, because I think I'm gonna love playing this with my kid. I think he's gonna really dig this one. So hey, awesome. Thank you so much. Now, one gaming dad to another one. So another friend of the show, gaming dad Tori, reached out and asked, based on who initially came up with this suggestion, this torture of no new games for the entire year.
Yes.
This effort. Thankfully, it's been awesome. I've been really happy to do it. Asks, does DLC count? So there's some sort of DLC that Tori wants to purchase, gaming dad. And it's like, well, he's doing the year of new games. Does a DLC count? And it's You and I had it like for off the bat. It was a hard no for me. I was like, no.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
it
like,
does not-
no mercy. This is it. No, absolutely not. What are you talking about? This is easy.
But then you made some really good points that made me reconsider, though, right?
Yeah, I think it's, again, we don't know what DLC he's proposing. I think your example was like, hey, if it's like Elden Ring and then you buy the DLC, which is Erd Tree, it's like, that's a brand new game. That is an enormous expansion that you could sell by itself. But if it's like a map or something that is a little bit of a kind of like little cherry on top to your game, I don't know. I think that would be fair game if it's going to help you complete the backlog game. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I'm already doing it, should I clear all the episodes that are like waiting for me, or what?
Yeah, so I think that's a much you have to listen to your heart. That's the only way I can say because like you have to know. Like you said, like Erd Tree is the most perfect example.
Yeah,
Erd Tree
Yeah.
is the least DLC a DLC has ever been. It's just a new game. It's so ridiculous they called it a DLC.
It is.
Right? It's just a hot brand new damn game, right?
Yep.
So if you were trying to use that, you're trying to not buy games in a new year, and you buy that, you're like, oh, it's just DLC. You know what you're doing, okay? But like you said, like if it's some sort of shooter game, like a competitive shooter, like Call of Duty or something, and it's like, hey, like get the new Drop Zone 1 building, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I mean? Like that's
Okay.
not another game. Like, yeah, it's because even more interesting was this year was not about consumerism necessarily, right? Because if you want to be pedantic about it, I mean, I get free games every week, right? From Twitch, from
Epic. Yeah.
Epic, like there's new games, right?
Yeah.
All the time there's like free games. So it's like, oh, I'm not spending any money. That's not what this year is about. It's about not starting new ones while we had a backlog.
Right.
So because of that also, it's not as great a sin to have some money exchange hands, I guess, is like how the argument I'm trying to back into there, if you'd agree with it or not.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think what you said there is like we're trying to play our backlog games and nothing new. So if this is kind of goes like, hey, if this is a little add-on, then maybe that's okay. I don't know. In order to complete the backlog game, because you're not going to go back to it. Let's say you're in Fallout 4, and
Imagine that.
you're about to complete it, but there's like another episode like, hey, you download the new one. I don't know what DLC they had. Would you not get it at that time? You'd be like, okay, I'm going to complete the entire game. Like, I view that as okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's a bit of an honor system there. So the jury is out on this one. I think it's up to the user. There's no hard, fast no.
Yeah. Hey, just listen to your heart. You are a
Listen to your
smart,
heart.
capable person. You know what's up. You know what you're trying to do to yourself. So like,
Yeah.
just be honest. And it's like, so it depends on the DLC. Like, put it that way is how I would think of it.
Oh, did we have it? Is it Final Fantasy 16's DLC? Is that what we're talking about?
Like,
That, I think, is completely okay.
oh, of course you would say that. Make your case. Why would you think Final Fantasy 16?
Well, it's like a 5-hour jaunt. It's like a little side quest, put it that way. It's an episode filling out the broader story. I think that would be fine. Look, like you have the same characters, you have the same abilities. There's like a little bit new stuff in there, but it's like a 5-hour experience.
Okay, so
Right? Like,
all right. See, 5 hours. That feels like this is just like you are just extending something that you already had and enjoyed
yeah,
it.
right. It's just a little trip down the road.
Listen to your heart. Like, what does it say to you? Are you trying to convince me, or are you trying to convince yourself?
I don't know. I have Final Fantasy 16 and I haven't played this DLC, so if we say it's okay, then
Okay,
maybe.
It's a little bit self-serving. You tell me where you land and report back to us like next week.
Okay, all right.
Give you that little taste of something new just to get you across the finish line into the new year without
Yeah.
anything new.
That's right.
we'll see where we get back into. Hey, gaming dads, do you have a thought on that? Have you been not purchasing anything this year? Have you been buying crazy? Have you did you have a buy every new game challenge this year instead? Reach out to us at New Dad Gaming, newdadgaming.com. Now, this one's kind of a two-parter, but listeners of the show may recall that my youngest had started. He's been pretty good about saving money, right? So
Okay.
anything comes in from the birthdays or anything else, or he does like a really good job and I've given him a little something. Like he's been pretty good about saving it, and he was amassing some money, and he's kind of getting towards like the 250 standpoint, right?
Okay.
He's like, oh, maybe I can. How much does a PS5 cost? Maybe I can buy one.
Right.
And it's like, I'll tell you what, son. If you manage to save up half, I will go in with you, like because I would like to use it. So I will,
Okay.
you know, just basically he needs to get to $200. I think he's like $50 off now because he bought some other nonsense. So it's like, he's like 150. And so he's $50 away from the halfway point, and then him and I can buy like a used PS5. And
Okay.
like, now he dropped it like a bad habit. He instead decided he went in with his brother to buy a metal detector. That was in the
Yes.
summer. It was cool. That was a lot of fun. Like, it was hard to be mad at that.
Yeah.
And then he'd bought a whole bunch of Fortnite stuff. And it was like, that sucks. I don't like this as much. But again, it's your money. Like, you get to make your decisions, right?
Yeah.
But a couple last weeks, it's been top of mind for him. He's like, oh, you know what? I'm thinking I want to get that PS5. Like, how do I do this? Can I get back into it? So the first part of this is just to say, PS5 watch is back on.
It is. Yeah.
It's like,
Okay.
we are in the wheelhouse. Like, it's top of mind. We'll see. A kid hardly keeps focus one week to the next, so I can't tell you what next week will look like here. But
Right. Yeah.
it's exciting to be. It did bring up a second point, and I'm curious if you and your kids had any success. It's like, how the hell do kids make money now?
Yeah, that's a good question. My older child set up an origami stand, and sold
awesome.
he sold his origami for like he made like $100.
Whoa.
So, well, you could charge much more for origami over lemonade. So,
Yeah.
it's a different clientele, Trevor. But that was kind of like a one-hit wonder, right? Like I think people were being nice, and then like they went out the next couple weeks and got next to nothing, right? So
Oh,
that was like a one-shot
So
deal.
they did try it again. They tried to
Yeah.
repeat, and it wasn't like as successful.
No, they thought that was the target, all like the baseline all the time. I'm like, oh no, like people probably
Yeah.
thought, oh, that's so cute. I'm going to support them. That's awesome. And then the next week they're like, no, I did my due diligence. Like that's it. Like
Yeah.
so.
But I struggled with it because he's my younger, so he's like 8, and like paper routes I don't think are a thing anymore. Like I don't think like I had a paper
Nope.
route. I think by the time I was 8, I was already delivering like 80 papers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but I don't think they have paid paper routes for kids anymore. And then then his idea came up. It's like, oh, what if I just start selling my things? It's like, okay, well, just
Yeah.
Firstly, is it my things or is it your
Yeah.
things? So you like,
Well, that's the thing, right? You buy all these like Pokemon cards for them, and then they're out there on the side of the road selling them, and you're like, wait, hold on.
see, but that's the damnedest thing because it's like, all right, well, it was gifted to you, right? Like this pack of Pokemon cards, like you asked for it, and then we bought it for Christmas, whatever. And here you go; these are yours now.
Right.
So I can't stop them from selling it necessarily, but it's also to the extent of like I'm going to sell my bike, and it's like okay, like no, you're not, because like I can't have you sell your bike for like $50, or like $20,
right.
just because you're trying to get this like a imaginary goal. Like it's like no man, like so I've been struggling with what does possibly suggest for a kid to make money, especially at his age. It's like basically lemonade stand.
Yeah.
And then secondarily, like trying to like corral my feelings around what if you just start selling the things that I've bought for you over the course of like many years. Like it's been a hard place to land.
Yeah, like there's no real place to go with that unless you're going back into chores. Like, hey, you go out and do the stuff that I probably would have told you to do anyway, and you start paying them to do that, and maybe they'll get like, oh, I'll go to the neighbors and ask them, and maybe your neighbor's nice, and like you'll get $5. But there's no way, unless they go back to the metal detector, that they're going to be making enough money to get that extra like $50-100 like in a amount of time that makes sense, unless it's just like birthdays, Christmases, everything else that you save over. So
yeah, well, we had a good suggestion in the chat as we do live stream these as we do the recordings before they go to the podcast ones. And if so Dusty Divot Sucker says, if they play sports, get them into referring or coaching the younger ages. Easiest jobs for me as a kid. Now that one certainly
could work.
You know, that one worked for me. Like I reffed when I was younger, except I was a bit older. I don't know that an 8-year-old can quite referee.
Is there something else that they can do on the team though? Like,
yeah,
if they were the ones collecting whatever, right?
Yeah,
Like
I will say the one thing again. The other thing I'm trying to do is I would like him to be entrepreneurial and think about what he can do. But one thing we were heading to this. We were waiting for his brother to finish up soccer. We went over to like football where they're playing it just to check it out. And there was this guy that just had set up a table, and he had like all these Gatorades and like chips and other things like that. And it's like, you know, it'd be pretty sweet. You show up to any of these
you
sports
sit beside this guy.
But he kind of just like rip off this guy's idea. We'll go to Costco, pick up a big old pack of Gatorade, and you can just like resell them, and then we could like figure out like the amount that it would make. But again, my slight problem though is like that is again me. That's almost a question for you. Like, I am concerned about nerfing his critical thinking and like to come up with an idea of like, here's how I can make some money. But also, that like it feels like if you give this idea to him, like it could be the start of him thinking like that, of like, oh, if I get this and resell it, or if I make this and then sell it here. And that'll like spur on those type of things. Like, where would you land on that? Is it better to almost have them come up with the idea themselves, or guide them into the first couple to get them in the right headspace?
Yeah, so this is a hard one, but like quickly, I would say that we offer, I think, more support. At least in my like, my parents would be like, "Well, go figure it out," right? And like, I don't.
Get your bootstraps going. What's up?
Yeah, I don't think that helped, right? I think that just like offered stress and anxiety, and like, you know, whoa, they're not going to help me, and no one's going to help me. So I think guiding them is definitely like a good thing. And like, I don't always want to push ideas on like how to make money, right? Like if it's pushing ideas on like, you know, how to help people or like how to contribute or something to the community, I totally get that. But like always how to like make a dime, even though I know that's how you have to live. It's just like, I don't know. They'll figure it out too in that way, but I think offering that support or guidance, or like doing the Gatorade thing and just doing a one-off like that, or freezies,
freezies is pretty good. Yeah,
that might help them just to kind of, oh, I do need to put the work in and the effort in to get something that I do want, instead of just, okay, you want one or you want the PS5? I'll totally buy it and we'll just call it even, right?
Just like, well, I totally want it for my podcast, so I'm totally
yeah, right.
Like
I need a new episode and some content. So, and Jeff's all for it. So
yeah, Jeff's all about it. So
yeah,
and then I can just proceed to buy 0 new games. I'll just have to play whatever's on my old like PlayStation backlog, which is enough, frankly.
It's totally enough. But again, if we're going back to ideas, maybe he just comes out and gets investors on the show, and anybody in the audience listening.
We'll finally get that PlayStation sponsorship. Can't wait.
Yeah, we need to work towards that. There you go.
That's for the good of the show, I tells you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very interesting. You know, gaming dads, anyone listening, really appreciate the concept of can he help out with any of the sports he's involved in. That's like an interesting thread to pull on. If anyone else has any other ideas, we'd love to hear about them. Reach out to us at New Dad Gaming, newdadgaming.com. And with that, we'll wrap it up there for the week. Thank you so much for listening. As I mentioned, this is New Dad Gaming. If you like the podcast at all, it would really help out if you head over and subscribe on any of the podcasting networks, Google, Spotify, iTunes, Caster, anywhere you find your podcast. Just look for New Dad Gaming. When you are there, if you can leave a rating or a comment, that really helps out the show. I can't really stress enough how much that gets it out to other gaming dads. Would really appreciate it. Otherwise, just sharing it with the gaming dads, anything to get the word out as we try to reach out to as many folks, gaming dads, as possible. Again, big thank you to Matt, Gaming Dead Matt, for the amazing letter.
Yes.
Came across our desk, was just blown away by it. So thank you so much. I'm so happy you've been listening, and I hope you continue to do so. Glad you've been enjoying games with your kids. Again, as always, if you'd like to send a note yourself, have it read on air, or just have a message to me and Jeff. If you have a response or idea for anything that we talked about today, love reading the letters. Go ahead and reach out to us at New Dad Gaming, newdadgaming.com. Would appreciate it. Would appreciate you. As we go forward.
Yeah.
Everybody, thanks so much. Until next week, my name is Trevor, and I have a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old.
And I'm Jeff. I have a 15-year-old, 12-year-old, and hoping Trevor gets a PS5.
I will keep you posted. We'll see where we land. Remember, everybody, just because you became a dad
Does not mean it's game over.